So I'll finishing answering that question. So Miss Detling, Dr. Detling now, Dr. Detling and I just made a video that Miss Homard is working on editing. And so that'll be released with my Saturday newsletter. And in that video shows our new and improved cafeteria with our hand sanitizing stations. And at the tables, they used to sit 16 to a table. And right now they're about 4 feet apart and only sitting 3 to a table. So there is enough space in the cafeteria for those that have chosen to come to our school face-to-face. About half is coming back face-to-face and the other half is going to be e-campus. So we have space in the cafeteria for them to eat. But then often teachers like to take their students and eat in the classroom with them. So teachers have that choice if they want, but sometimes teachers need a bathroom break and they need just a break to eat themselves.
Yeah.
So we have both options available.
Okay, that sounds very good. I like that sounds good, and you guys are planning this out very well.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay, who wants to go next?
Questions I had. So
that was the only one?
Yeah.
Are there any other questions?
I have a question. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not. Is it working?
Yes, we can see you. Hi.
Okay, good. All right, so I wanted to know, is there a max, or is there a number, like, do you guys have already a percentage of what students are going to be back at the school, and in each classroom, how many students will be in each classroom?
Yes, we do. We have about half of our students are going to be learning from home, and half of our students are going to be learning here at school. And we've got the breakdown by grade level and by class. So yes, we have all of that information.
Awesome. So do you know, what would we be able to get, like, particulars? Are you guys gonna send that out, or, like, I would love to know how many people are going to be in Destiny's classroom before I put in my head that yes, we are sticking with that, because we were told we were able to change it up until the first day of school. Is that still correct?
We're being flexible. We want everyone to be comfortable with their choice. So, and that's why I'm doing these meetings, because some people still have a lot of questions. So I want you to make whatever decision is best for you. So if you've chosen face-to-face right now and you change your mind, or you've chosen eCampus and then you watch our video and you listen to how we're answering the questions and feel like, oh, I want them to come back, everything's gonna be fine, we can make that change. But right now in second grade, Ms. Detling's pulling up the spreadsheet on her computer. We have 3 classrooms that'll be face-to-face and 3 classrooms that'll be eCampus. And right now there is, it looks like 17 in each of the face-to-face classes. And I know the teachers are actually down in their classrooms right now setting up the room, and they have them separated, the desks 3 to 4 feet apart.
3 to 4 feet apart. Okay. Will they be, and I don't know if I missed this because when I was trying to listen in on the Zoom call, I think somebody might have asked, but will they be going to, like, their art and music? Are they traveling to go to each of those classrooms in between during the day?
I've asked the teachers what they prefer, and last I spoke with Ms. Gonzalez, she preferred for the kids to come to the music class, but the teachers come back on Monday, so I'm going to give them that choice again and make sure. For some grade levels, actually, Ms. Gonzalez sent me a message this morning asking about computers, and I said, well, if you go to their classroom, they'll have their computers in their classroom that you can access. So there might be a little bit of both depending on the content of the lesson and what they're learning that day. Same thing for art. We're not sharing any supplies. So if the student needs their supplies, they either need to bring them to the art room, or the art teacher needs to go to the classroom where they have their own personal supplies to use. So we're still working through what is the best thing for each particular lesson. Sometimes they may come to the art room, and they created the schedule this week. Ms. Razzo went through and met with all the specials teachers. They redid the schedule so that they will have time to sanitize in between classes if they have more than one class in there a day. And then obviously for the online classes, they want to have some transition time and be prepared to log in and teach kids online as well.
Of course. How about library? Since like the sharing of like library, are you guys gonna have Epic open and for everybody again? Because that was a lovely option. Like when this all started, really loved Epic. And then of course, obviously from the library, you won't have to share books and clean off books and stuff. If we could have Epic again, that would be amazing.
Yes, we will have Epic again. They also are going to be able to check out library books, and then when they return them, they go into quarantine, I believe, for 72 hours, if I remember correctly, for what the district guidance was. So there'll be a quarantine period, and we certainly want kids checking out books, but all the medical experts have said that I believe it's a 72-hour window that the books will be quarantined. And the same thing in their classrooms with their book bags. The students will do their book shopping with their book bags. And then on Friday, the books will be returned and the books will stay in quarantine over the weekend. And then the following week, students can have the option of choosing another paper book or an electronic book.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how it will look like in the library, because like they pick out a book, they touch it, they want to look through it, and then they pick, oh yeah, this one looks cool, I want that book. How will it look like to avoid all of that? No, I don't want it back, and put it back on the shelf. And
yeah, I think we're going to have to be creative with that between Miss Rebel and Miss Sloan will be working with our students in the Media Center. So what I was envisioning or thinking about, and I'm going to run it by her next week, is just having selected books out that would be recommendations so that they're not touching everything in the library, because that is a concern.
How about start times? Like, are they staggering out, how everybody's entering, how the kids are entering the building? And so that first week is always crazy for Carla. And so I'm wondering, how will kids be able to not be all on top of each other, especially that first week? Usually that first, you guys get it down packed after that first week or two, but that beginning is always chaotic. Do you know if they're going to stagger out by grade level or something to that nature to make sure that everybody's not on top of each other?
So there's a couple issues with that, and we just recorded a video earlier, but then I'm going to make a car rider video, and Ms. Detling's going to make a bus video, and we will share those with you so that you can watch for your mode of transportation. Is there anything you want to say on and how that process is going to work so far?
I'm sorry.
So I'm still getting information on the buses if you're busing. What I can tell you is when they come in the morning, we're still going to tag them to make sure that we get them on the right bus. We'll line them up far apart. We also, in busing, they have to sit by how they get on and get off the bus. So if they're the first students on the bus, they'll be sitting in the back, and then it moves up the bus as they get on, so they're not crossing or going by people as they get on the bus. So when I label or when I tag them on their label, it'll be a number, and that'll help me put them in the order so I can get them in the same order on and off the bus. So that's busing, and I believe Ms. Tito has said at the end of the day, instead of just dismissing everybody like we normally do, we'll call for the buses. So let's say that blue bus is here. So we'll call, blue bus to come down instead of all the buses leaving at one time.
Right.
So call one bus at a time, or if there's two buses we know are always here at 3 o'clock, those two buses will come down and everyone else stay in their classroom till the buses get here. And car riders and walkers.
Yes, so for the car line, what we're going to be doing, well, one thing how I ended today's video was just talking about the gate opens by me at 7:45. So students need to stay in their cars with all of you until you see me open the gate. And I know that's been an issue, but we're really going to have to, given the state of affairs, everyone needs to stay in their car until the gate opens. And then there's the 12 spots to unload. And so 12 kids can come out of their car and I will let them in. There's a sanitizing station for them to sanitize their hands as they walk in. And so we're just going to have to, keep them spread out and coming in slowly. So the car line, as it's always a little bit stressful, especially that first week, you're right. it's going to be even more stressful and a little bit longer, even still. And then the next 12 will come in and so on. Our survey right now, and I was hoping that with half of our school being here, we would have half as many car riders, but no, we have over 160 morning car riders and about 150 afternoon car riders, which is what we had last year.
Yeah.
So we're just going to have to be patient. Now, we're not letting, like Ms. Dudley said, we're not, when the bell rings, no one's going anywhere. They're staying in their classroom, and we're going to have some type of Google Doc or something projected for the teachers so they can see, you know, please release the purple bus students. And it'll be a split column. So the 12 cars that are outside, their numbers will pop up on the screen. The teachers will send them out. And then on the other side will be how to dismiss the bussers.
Okay.
Bus
You
riders.
guys are like the TV production then to be able to let people out, like for car riders or bus lines.
Yeah,
So
it'll be
all on
something similar.
Okay, that makes sense. I could picture it now like that. So okay, I get it. And I think that's it for all my 20 questions. Thank you. And I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sure they're the same questions everyone else is thinking of too. All right, who wants to
Yeah,
raise
but she
their hand
asked
next?
all of them, so that was good. She asked some good questions. Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, who's next?
Maybe me. I have.
Go ahead.
So parents are not allowed to come eat lunch, right? Is that correct?
No, I know, and that's heartbreaking because we're used to having parents come and eat breakfast and lunch, so not yet.
Okay.
It won't be till the second half of the school year, which is, I want to say, January 20-something, around there.
Okay. And then when y'all release for the car riders, you make sure that the kindergarten and first, especially the new ones, know exactly where they're going when they just let them out, you know?
Yes, and one of the things that I'm working on is doing an earlier dismissal for kindergarten, maybe 15. Once I know my numbers for sure in each grade for car riders and their car tag numbers and all of that, then we'll release kindergarten probably for the first week. If parents would like, 15, maybe even a half hour, before the rest of the school, just to get them in that routine of this is where I go, this is how I get to my car. Yep, go ahead, Ms. Dudley.
All of our teachers do, but especially our kindergarten teachers do on the first day, is do almost like a tour of the school. So they say, car riders, and I'm talking to you, here's where you go. So they try to make sure that they walk it and know it. Everyone does, but I know kindergarten does especially. And that's why also we're having kindergarten wait in the cafeteria for breakfast. So they're eating breakfast at the cafeteria, and the kindergartners are waiting in the cafeteria, already lined up by their teacher. So if they get off the bus or if they come in for cars, they come to the cafeteria and we'll have them with their teacher already. So their teacher will come to them. They don't have to go anywhere until they can learn where their classroom is.
Okay, who's next?
Yeah, me.
Hi.
Hi, yes, ma'am. So, I was just wondering, so, for kindergarten, for this coming school year, for the first few days in school, like for the first 2 days, can parents allow to be in school for the kindergarten just to send their kids in the classroom, or is it just up to the gate?
So for orientation, you'll be able to come face-to-face for orientation, and that's next Thursday. We have a morning session from 9 to 11, and we have an afternoon session from 5:30 to 7. But then after that, you have to drop off and stay in your car through the car line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
I know it's very different than, we're used to parents walking down and having a boohoo breakfast and, walking them to class and taking all those pictures. But you're going to have to do that from your car this year. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's fine. It's understandable.
Sorry, Ms. Detling, who wanted to say something? Okay. Oh.
No, it was a reminder for you.
Okay. Okay. All right, what other questions? Oh, I think there's something in the chat. Can you pull that up, Ms. Detling? Oh, okay, there's a 1 under mine. Oh, Ms. Squire says she cannot hear me. Can you hear me now, Ms. Squire?
Yes, ma'am. My speakers were down.
Oh, okay, all right,
Sorry.
okay.
I have a quick question real quick.
Go
A lot
ahead.
of them have been answered, but the only thing I haven't heard answered so far is for car riders, since we're doing the virtual orientation, how will we get our parking pass or the pass, that they have to with the number on it?
That is a wonderful question. So the one thing that's stressing me out a little bit right now is the car tags we ordered in June haven't arrived yet. We ordered lime green car tags. So if we don't receive them by next Monday or Tuesday, I'm probably going to be making my own tags, and we'll probably have a drive-through system once we have the best information too. And we're
Okay.
anticipating running the drive-through at the 2 times of orientation, 9 to 11, 5:30 to 7, and then we're also going to do 12 to 3.
Okay, thank you. That was the only thing that was on my mind that we
Okay.
couldn't do virtually.
Okay. Anybody have another question?
I have another question.
Go ahead.
So if a student needs to see, let's say if they need to see Miss Royer or they need to see you or whoever else in the front office, what is that process going to be now? I mean, I know that will they even be able to? Are you guys allowing meetings or how are you guys doing online meetings or like if you had to have a meeting with a parent and the child or however that will work out? Do you know if it will be virtually, if it will be at the school, and how would a child be able to request whatever help they need?
So we're trying to do with our parent meetings as many virtual meetings as possible. But if a parent wants to have a face-to-face meeting, and I put that in the video, we can have three parents coming to the office at a time. We've got our handy thermometers. We'll be checking temperatures. We have a book where parents have to check off that they're, not having any of the list of symptoms. I'm sure you're doing the same thing when you go to different places around the community. And as far as students needing to meet with us, the teacher is going to have to buzz the office. The students aren't going to be able to, have a pass and walk down here and, come visit like they're used to. Yeah, we will come to them. And same thing for the clinic. If a student needs to go to the clinic, the teacher needs to buzz the office. And I met with Miss Adriana, our clinic nurse last week, and she would prefer going to the students in the classroom. So she's going to be getting a lot of miles in this year.
Yeah. Very clear. Good. Okay. That was all.
Something else to go to your question is our teachers also text us. So if someone needs me in the classroom or Miss Royer in the classroom, the teacher just texts one of us, and we've always gone to the classroom most of the time anyway. So that'll be the same kind of procedure. Just everyone will be texting us now. So that's kind of a common thing we've been doing all along. As a teacher texts us, can you stop by? So-and-so what's the time for you? And then we stop by and see what they need. So we'll just continue that too.
That's good. That's wonderful. I pictured that, but I wondered if that would something would be a little bit different. But I'm glad.
Miss Stelling has another one. Here we go.
I think of everything. So we've had to rethink kind of all of our procedures. So normally, if you need to change how your child's on the phone, you write it in the agenda. The child comes down to the office. We have a form by grade level that we fill out, and then we call at the end of the day. We try to make sure everyone knows that the transportation has changed. So we don't want students out of the classrooms. But over the summer, every classroom got a brand new telephone system. So the teachers, for transportation changes, the teacher's just going to have to either send an email or pick up the phone and call us, and we can mark it on that page for transportation changes. So please still write them in the agenda because it's there. There's no question. We know that the parent did it. We have had times where kids have written their own transportation changes in the agendas to try to go home with a friend. Or they said, my mommy said I could. So it just helps us out, especially I do buses, and there's nothing more stressful than a bus waiting to leave and the child is saying, but my mommy said I'm supposed to go here, but there's nothing in writing from anybody. So still go ahead and write it in the agenda, transportation change. Tell the teachers to send an email or to pick up the phone and call us, and we'll write it down. And then call back to the classroom at the end of the day just to remind everyone about this change.
Okay. If there has to be, let's say there is a student with or a student or staff member that wind up having the virus, and a group of people need to quarantine, will it be the whole school? Will it be just the classroom? Will those students be able to get on e-learning if they must quarantine? How will that look like if there is a case or something that happens within school?
So what I've learned, the district has specific protocols in place, one for staff members and one for students, but they're very, the same. The only exception is with staff there, they have the capability of driving home. So if they are not feeling well, we send them home. They go to the doctor, they fill out the forms through the district, and then it's case by case. Then they start looking at the contact tracing of, who was exposed, and following all of those procedures from the health department. If it's a student, same thing, isolation room for a parent to come and pick their child up. And then the health department and our school district determine who's been exposed and who hasn't been exposed and what our next steps are. We have asked teachers to create their emergency sub plans. Usually we used to ask for a week, but now we're asking for 3 weeks just in case. And then yes, absolutely, the new Schoology platform is available and all students will be using it, whether they're here at school or whether they're doing the eCampus learning, everyone will be using Schoology. So in the event that somebody does have to quarantine for 10 days, they're still doing Schoology, nothing is stopping. And the eCampus students and the face-to-face students are all following the same schedule. So at 8:15, everyone's doing the calendar, math, and harmony lessons. And when everyone's doing reading, everyone's doing reading. When it's recess, everyone's doing recess, whether you're home.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. So then do you guys have that, do you have that schedule already written out for each grade level?
Yeah, it's the same schedule as last year, and we have that posted. I can put it on our website if you want it on our website.
That would probably be great, just so everybody could check it out. But I'd love to see that. I've never realized what the schedule, at least I never paid attention to, should I say, what the schedule was that they were doing for each hour of the hour or whatever the case. But yeah, that would be great, just helpful, so that at least for those people that are doing face-to-face, if they do decide, like you say, or change their mind or something happens, they're doing virtual, then they'll be able to see, okay, hey, no, right now it's 8 o'clock, we've got to do this and that, or 9 o'clock, we've got to do this and that. I don't know, that would be
I'm going to
wonderful.
see if I can just real quick pull up on my screen. I have a lot of things open in the background, so I'm trying to get to the schedule, and then I can share my screen and show it. If I can just find, there it is. So I'm opening up the document. And let me make it a little bit smaller so you can see it. All right, and then I need to share my screen so you can see it. Give me a minute. Technology is great. I think out of everything awful, great things happen. So the one thing that's been great is we're learning so much about technology. And like you said, even as parents, you haven't thought about your child's schedule as much as you're going to need to be thinking about it, especially for
Yeah.
So can you see my screen now? I think you can.
I can.
So this first chunk of classes is kindergarten up to the black line, and then first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, and then fifth grade's down below. So you can see everybody at our school starts at 8:15 and they do harmony and calendar math first thing in the morning. And then they break into their subject areas, like kindergarten does math next. First and second and third grade all start off with a readers and writers workshop program. And then fourth grade goes to PE first thing in the morning. So whether they're at home or whether they're here, they'll be starting off with PE. And then fifth grade starts off with their specials block first thing in the morning. So every grade level has their PE every day or 3 times a week, and personalized learning twice a week. Everybody has math every day for a good hour. And then we have our ELA MTSS, which is students getting extra support with reading. That's a half hour. Everyone has a 25-minute lunch break, a 20-minute recess break. Then the readers and writers workshop is between 1.5 hours to 2 hours. And then we have our STEM, which is our science and social studies, and our IB units. And I think that's everything. Yep. Does that help?
That does a lot. That does a lot.
And then you're probably wondering, what are the colors over here? So these are all our teachers, and that's what color t-shirts the students will be wearing in the class. And I just happen to have one of the cute shirts. They turned out so nice. Our theme is reading around the world. So that's what the shirts look like on the front. And on the back, they've got our learner profile, our IB learner profile. I believe they're going to be for sale for $11, and it'll all be done online. So you'll get that at orientation. So the colors for your class match with the teacher. So whatever the teacher's wearing at orientation is what color shirt you would order. Those are the shirts they wear on field trips when we can have them, and field day, and their Friday shirts.
So that's but then the rest, the uniform will stay the rest of the day from Thursday.
Yes, and I've got my uniform shirt on here, and Miss Dudley's got her uniform. We got ours through Applied Images, and then I also have my jacket. They can wear their jackets that are solid navy or black. Mine's got our logo on it. It doesn't have to have the logo on it, but it's nice, and these have pockets. So yeah, so that's our uniform shirts are available at 4 different companies that are on our website. And you can also take plain red and blue shirts and have them embroidered, either way. And then khaki and blue bottoms.
Are you guys allowing the kids to? I mean, not. I mean, are we? Like I ordered shields for my daughter, like on top of the mask. Does it matter? Like hers has like a little gold crown on the top
No,
of it.
that's
Like,
fine.
does it matter? Okay.
That's fine, no worries. There's no dress code for the mask. Some people ask, do they have to be school colors? Do they have to have our school logo? Nothing like that, just as long as they're appropriate for school. They can be any color.
Okay.
Any other questions? We have a couple parents that are just joining in the meeting, so I'm going to open up. There they are. They just came in. Welcome to our meeting. Do you all have any questions that have just joined?
Well, I have a question. It's Ms. Squire.
Hi, Ms. Squire.
Hi, I have another adult on the other line that wants to know how is recess gonna look? What is recess gonna look like?
Here at school or at home?
At school.
So at school, the teachers will be having recess with their own classrooms. So you can choose as a teacher to do indoor recess or outdoor recess. If you do it outdoors, you're doing it only with your class. You're not mixing and mingling with the whole grade level like we're used to doing. They may take their masks off at recess if they're social distance from each other. And so it's just their time to take a break and play.
Okay. And I'm gonna ask you that question again at like 3 o'clock, or do you want to answer now so I don't have to ask then?
Whatever you want.
For e-learning, how is that gonna look?
For recess, so as the teacher, well, let me see, your second grade, so let me go back, let me go share my screen again with that schedule. And let's look and see, where does recess fall in?
We're at 9:15.
Yeah, so you'll wrap up your workshop lesson here, and then you'll just tell your students, okay, it's recess time, so you're gonna pause from whatever platform that you're using within Schoology, and everyone will set their timer, and then you'll pick right back up at 10:35 with your next lesson. Oh no, that's actually going to either personalized learning.
They go to specials.
Yep.
Okay.
And Miss Dudley
All right,
wants.
thank you, ma'am. Oh.
Because they don't get to.
I can't hear Miss Dutlin.
Some other teachers I've talked to have said they might on some recess days just leave the platform open. So if kids want to get on and talk to each other, you know how kids, they just wanted to talk. They don't want to go outside and play. They just want to talk to each other. So some people have said they're going to offer that as an option for e-learning recess too. And the teacher will stay on to kind of just monitor, make sure that everything's okay, but just letting kids have some free time to socialize, I guess is the word.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, what other questions can I answer for you?
Have the classes and teachers been made up yet already? Like the class, like what kids are going into each classroom? Like does each teacher know already who they're having in each classroom?
The teachers will receive their class list on Monday, and then they're going to reach out to you about their orientation information.
Okay.
We're almost done with the class list, but not 100% yet.
I figured. I just thought I'd jump up and ask anyways.
Hi, ladies. I don't know if you can hear me, or I don't think you can see me, but I
I
wonder if
can
you can
hear
hear me.
you, yep.
Yay. Question, you just mentioned orientation. So when the teachers get that assignment or that list, then they'll reach out to us and that's when we can go face to face and see the school? Because I never actually went to the school to do the tour.
Yes, your kindergarten, right?
Yes.
Yes, so the kindergarten teachers, the times are 9 to 11 and 5:30 to 7. And so the teachers will be connecting with you. Ms. Detling has created, Dr. Detling has created a booking app. And so that's going to be going out with my Saturday newsletter. So parents can choose what time slot they want during that time. And we're monitoring how many people are coming for each time slot in each classroom so that we can have social distance within the classroom for the families. So, you know, just spread out throughout the four corners of the room. So we're thinking we can accommodate 4 families at a time. And and so we want to limit how many people are in the classroom. So the student is one of the people, the parent, if the other parent wants to come, and if there's one sibling, but we really can't have more than 4 people coming per family. Does that make sense? Some schools are limiting just one parent and the student, but we know moms and dads want to come. Or sometimes you don't have someone to watch your little one, so we want to make it flexible for you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
I have a question. About kindergarten. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
I'm so sorry. All right. So the first day of school, are parents going to be allowed to take the kindergartners to the classroom, or that we're not going to be allowed this year?
So you'll be able to go to the classroom on that orientation day and time, but starting the first day of school, everyone has to stay in their cars coming through the car line, which is different than what we're used to. Yeah, so you'll have to stay in your car and drive through, and we'll help get them to class.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And for kindergarten, I think you came in just a little bit ago, but for kindergarten, well, everybody's going to have a grab-and-go breakfast, but kindergarten is the only grade that will be going to the cafeteria and sitting and eating in the cafeteria for breakfast, and the teachers will be coming to the cafeteria to walk the children to class because they're not used to where they're going yet. So we're taking care of kindergarten especially.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Tatum,
Yes.
I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah,
I can,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So for the orientation times this coming Thursday, will it just be 2 sessions for all the grade levels, kindergarten to 5th grade?
Yes. Those will be
Okay.
the same time blocks. We did 2, so there's a morning and an evening, or if you have more than one child, so you would be able to attend both. And then, like I said, we're going to have another drive-through between 12 and 3 to pick up whatever things that you might need to pick up.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
About chaperone training.
Chaperone training.
Yeah, I know that there's one that is gonna be on the 20th at 5 o'clock. Is that gonna be virtual, or it has to be we have to be in the school?
Everything we're doing is going to be virtual. I have on my list of things to do tomorrow to make a call down to the district office about the volunteer training. I might have to postpone that for right now until I have clear guidance on whether we can have volunteers at this point. But if and when we do have volunteers, yes, they have to attend the training with me or Dr. Detling or Mrs. Smith, and we will set that training up. It will be virtual. In the meantime, though, you can apply if you're not already an approved volunteer. You go to the district website and just search for volunteers, and you fill the online application, and it's a $25 fee, and they do the background test and all of that. That for sure needs to be done before you volunteer. And then once that's cleared, then you set up your volunteer training with us. And I will be allowed to have a limited number of volunteers. Like, for example, in the media center, I know that probably once or twice a week, she's going to need help with taking the books out of quarantine and putting them back. And then we always have, it was our volunteer of the year last year. So she would get her temperature taken. She would fill out her COVID questionnaire. And if I felt it was safe and everything was fine, then I can approve on a case-by-case basis a volunteer situation like that.
Okay.
But right now, I'm still planning on the volunteer training on the 20th, but I may have to postpone that. I'll have an answer tomorrow.
Okay, no problem.
And thank you for reading my newsletter and knowing that.
Are field trips still going to be going as planned? You know, I know you guys have planned field trips throughout the year for, you know, each grade level. Are they going as planned, or are they being canceled out until a certain time of the year? Just wondering if anything.
There are no off-site field trips until second semester. So I updated the calendar again today, and it's posted on our DEA website. The calendar that's in the student agenda was made in June. So the one that's on our website is the newest one. Ms. Williams ordered like full page labels to print out the new calendar and hopefully put them on top of that page of the agenda, but that's going to take some time. So I'm not confident or sure that that will happen by orientation. I hope it will, but you know, you have it available electronically. So any field trip that we could do virtually instead of face-to-face, we're doing. Like I know one grade level, it goes to town hall. So instead of going to the town hall, the mayor is going to Zoom in with the class, and they're going to do a virtual town hall type meeting. So anything that we can do virtually, just like we did when school shut down May 13th, you know, we did international night virtually and IB showcase night virtually. All of those things for the first semester will be virtual. The only thing for sure that I had to cancel was the Thanksgiving lunch for parents. I'm sorry.
And no fall festival, I'm sure, that this year.
So the town of Dundee, I think it's called Follow Weekend, if that's on the calendar. So we have a PTA meeting on next Thursday also, and we have a SAC meeting. So hopefully we'll be able to partner with the town of Dundee, and whatever it is that they'll be doing, we'll do it, you know, in that manner, but it will not be here at the school.
I think I saw that picture day is on the 25th.
So picture day is to be determined. And actually, we do have a day. It's second semester. We're just going to have one picture day this year, and it will be after everyone returns face-to-face, so everyone can have their pictures taken, and we won't be doing the two pictures of one in uniform and one not in uniform. It'll just be one picture day the second half of the year. And if you haven't picked up your school pictures yet, we still have them in the office. And
how about the yearbooks from last year too? I'm sorry.
Yearbooks have not come in yet, and I don't have an update.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, any other questions?
How will it work for the, I know that this is part of it, but how will it work for e-learning for them to have their pictures that will hopefully by then will all be anything like well, everything wouldn't be for e-learning, it wouldn't be anything off campus for this first semester then, right?
Nothing is off campus anywhere except for learning at home.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, look at that calendar, and if you notice that I missed anything, please let me know. But we've gone through it so many times, and it may change again. But for right now, the school board met this week and feels it's safe for us to return, so we're going to return. Hello there, I see one of our students. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, do you have any questions for me?
No.
She's thinking really hard. And she's off. Oh, here's
Yeah.
Susan. Hello. You have any questions? Oh, your
No, I'm
microphone's
good.
on mute. Angelica. Angelica's microphone's on mute. Let me see if I can unmute you myself.
On the other side.
There you are. Do you have any questions?
No, she said no.
Okay. Have you been reading a lot? Good. And a lot of kids have been finishing their scholastic books. I keep getting more and more pictures of kids finishing. That's super exciting. Okay, any other questions before we wrap it up? I think we've answered as many as you've had. If you have any others that you think of, I'm zooming in the next session at 3 o'clock. You can zoom back. And there's one more thing in the chat box. Oh, from Oliver's mom. You're welcome. It's our pleasure. Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Beautiful smiles. Hi, I miss you. It's so nice to see you. So the one thing I put in my video I made this morning is I can't give you all hugs like I'm used to hugging everybody. So instead of hugs, we'll do like an air hug or a little I love you heart, and that'll be our hugs for this year. Anything else, Dr. Dudley? That's right, yes. Ms. Dudley and we both going to start doctorate degree in December. So Dr. Tatum and Dr. Dudley are signing out. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Bye-bye.